Last-minute attempt by the legal team of the opposition NDC to have the court hear the injunction suit by flag-bearer hopeful Dr. Duffuor on Thursday ahead of the scheduled Friday haters snaggers lawyers of the applicant failed to show up in court. The lawyers for the NDC had petitioned the Chief Justice to have the case brought forward, an application the Chief Justice, we understand, granted on condition that the other party would avail themselves for an expeditious trial. Checks by TV3 at the court indicate that Dr. Duffuor's team was unavailable until the courts closed. The suit, as almost thwarting the Saturday, May 13th election, has caused many, including the Council of Elders led by Alhaji Muhammad Idrisu, to meet the parties in an attempt to intervene in what could be an out-of-court settlement. A meeting scheduled for Wednesday 8 p.m. to address the matter did not see fruition as lawyers for the Duffuor team allegedly advised their clients against attending any such meeting as the matter is sub judice, the chairman of the party, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, alleges.
So I wrote the letters and sent them, particularly to meet Dr. Duffuor, plus the officials from the party headquarters who have been named, so that we can look at the issues and sort them out. Then, some hours before the time of the meeting, I was called and told that Dr. Duffuor's lawyers have advised that they should not meet me. So the meeting had to be postponed. If there are issues and the leader of the party, who has not been cited as part of the problem, is calling you for us to sit around the table to try and find solution. And it's like lawyers advise that don't meet your leader. So I strongly believe that maybe that information or instruction by lawyers has not been shared across board. That is how come that decision has been taken.
Delegates are now in effect on the possibility of voting on Saturday. Komla Kluche, TV3 News, Accra.
And we're going to stay a while longer on this issue that's brewing within the largest opposition party, that's the National Democratic Congress. Let's hop on live to Zoom now and speak to a political analyst and lecturer at the University of Cape Coast, Jonathan Asante Ochre. Thank you, sir, for your time. It appears to be quite a turbulent time for the opposition National Democratic Congress. We've seen the Council of Elders say that they are engaging Dr. Duffuor for an out-of-court settlement. Is their intervention too little, too late?
Let me say good evening to our viewers. The intervention couldn't have been too little, too late, because as it stands now, the period that the injunction came is like at the 9th hour. And so there is little that they can do. But of course, as Council of Elders, there is a need for them to intervene one way or the other. Other than that, many would have probably suggested that they've not been up and doing. And so whatever they are trying to do is to intervene to ensure that the issue can easily be settled out of court. And I think that that is in order.
I know Dr. Duffuor had earlier petitioned the party executives even before resorting to the courts. But in terms of strategy, would you say this was the best option for Dr. Duffuor? And do you see this move impacting in any way on Saturday's presidential primaries?
On him? On him?
I mean, on the organization of the presidential primaries, I mean.
Well, on the organization, I think that the party is hell-bent on ensuring that they go to the primaries, because the cost of postponing this particular primaries is simply incalculable. Now, can you imagine you have over 200 delegates coming from abroad who have already booked their ticket? People have bought cow, goat, sheep, and of course, don't forget that the voting is taking place throughout the whole country. And therefore, it is not as if you will have huge, storage facilities that you can store these things. That in itself Don't forget, you are talking about huge numbers at various constituencies. And therefore, if people are cooking and they have already budgeted towards that, that will come at a huge cost. Of course, the corporate image of the party will equally be affected. And so if you look at the cost or the effect on the party, I think that it is simply incalculable.